Alrighty, third video. So this video is going to be showcasing the mushroom and the mushroom field. But first, something I forgot from the last video was the AI movement. I totally did not show you that. So here it is right here. When the player switches back to the attractor mode, or even the start of the game when you're in attractor mode. Its movement is set to true. It has clamps, so to keep it in place. And as a pointer back to the player, well, also its listener, I guess you would say, which gets the movement, where it's like how it moves and stuff from the player itself. So I have its moving pattern, and it pretty much goes in that zigzag movement when you're playing. So let me just play that really fast. If he doesn't get stuck. Yeah, see, he moves like that, and he gets stuck a little bit, but yeah, he moves. So yeah, so now on to the mushroom. So the mushroom was interesting at times, but also just plain annoying. I did not make factories for the mushroom because I started getting into problems that I literally I just did not understand why they were being problematic. And it's like, it kind of felt like I was digging deeper and deeper into a rabbit hole that I really couldn't even get out of at some points. So there were multiple times I had to roll back just from trying to implement the factory for the mushroom. So I just kept it as creating new game objects and deleting them, which works fine. So, the mushroom has its collision with bullets to kill them. It has collision with the scorpion to make them poison, and then it also has collision with the spider to destroy it as well. Its health is set to 4, as it should be. And obviously the mushroom health is over here in the private variables. I also have a variable for the player area, so it counts how many mushrooms are in that player area to spawn the flea. Yeah, so let's go to the CBP. So yeah, I set everything in here. This is just an offset. I have a pointer to the mushroom field because we are going to be using that, obviously. I have its collider, just the basic mumbo jumbo, which is, setting up the game object. So in here, so I have the collision with the bullet. So I pretty much did just a simple, if the mushroom health is greater than 0, it'll change the frame of the sprite. So that's how the mushroom gets its 4-stage health, I guess as you would call it. And then if the mushroom health is equal to 0, and I do have in here if the position is greater than 400, so if it's in the player area, it deletes the mushroom counter, or well, it decrements how many mushrooms are in the player area. But then I also have it ups the score by 1, and then it removes the mushroom based on the coordinates, which I will show you this function inside the mushroom field CPP in a minute, and then I mark it for destroy. Update is basic update, just updating the position of them. Destroys, same thing. I have the collision with the scorpion, and I switched to poison. So switch to poison basically makes the poison to be true, and I changed the animation color scheme, I guess you would say, to the poisoned. I also have the collision with the spider, and once again, if it's in the player area, it decrements the number of mushrooms in that area, and then removes the mushroom based on the coordinates. So yeah, let's go to the mushroom CPP. And I have the mushroom factory in here, you could see that, but I just couldn't implement it, just too hard. So yeah, so the mushroom field. It has its private variables, and the mushroom field itself is an array that is 32 by 30. Let's go in here. So mushroom, I set the initial variables, and then I do have the mush spawner, which spawns the mushroom grid. So first, let's look at some of the functions that I made. This one checks if the mushroom is poisoned at the position. So this is helpful, obviously, for the centipede when it's going to be going after, well, checking to see what's in front of it. And if it is poisoned, it will go straight down to the screen. This is the remove mushroom based on coordinates. Basically, it just sets the position in the array to 0. Pretty simple. Create mushroom based on coordinates just creates a new mushroom at the spot that you specified it. And then this is mush spot full, which is just checking if that spot is full or not. So, if it is full, it returns true, and if it's not, it returns false. Pretty straightforward. So the mush spawner itself. So yes, I know for loops, if statements, oh well. So this goes through the for loop, it goes through the rows, and it goes through the columns, and then it will not, so the first row, if the row is 0, it's not going to spawn anything there because we don't want anything at the topmost row, and it won't spawn anything in the bottommost row. So then we have the player can actually destroy those mushrooms in, I think it's going to be row 30, yeah, row 30. So yes, we have that. And then this is where it just randomly creates a mushroom grid. Just rand mod 100 less than or equal to chance. So I think I made chance like 5. So it spawns a lot of mushrooms. So it'll create it, and if it's not less than chance, it will the spot is 0. I have the destructor, which goes through the mushroom field and destroys everything. And then I have a remake the mushroom field. This is for the attractor mode, or no, this is for the from going from attractor mode to player mode. So it'll just go through the initial mushroom field from attractor mode and destroy everything. And then I have to set the mushroom present to 0 in the player area, and then I go through the for loop again, basically exactly how this is the mush spawner, and I make the mushroom field again, and then the regen the mushroom is for when you die, and I guess if some of the mushrooms have some of their health, but they can't be completely destroyed or completely at full health. So it'll check if the health is obviously greater than 0 but less than 4, and it'll mark that one for destroy, and it'll create a new mushroom in its place, and then it'll put the score go up by 1 for each mushroom that is partially destroyed. So let me showcase that. So destroy, it destroys, and there's nothing there because I can go through it. So let's kind of destroy partially these, and if you watch closely, they renew. I don't have that timer on there for like going through one by one, but at least they destroy, and then I die. So yeah, there is the mushroom field, and the small part of the AI movement.